We often talk about the two bookends of our mission, the first being to promote justice, and the second being to demonstrate the love of Christ. And really, the second affects the first. This theme of love does, or love leading to action, is so intertwined, is so key to the way that we understand our mission.
There's a massive misconception about what makes these kids homeless. A lot of people will think that they just run away because they don't want their parents to tell them what to do, and that is absolutely not the case. You don't find yourself on the street and think this is better than being at home, unless it's better than being at home. When Tiffany first came to me, she just had some general questions about what her legal rights were with this college that she had attended. She owed some money, but she was trying to get her transcripts because she was wanting to transfer.
I couldn't graduate without that transcript. If I didn't, I would continue taking classes over and over again that I've already passed at a previous school, and it just kept setting my graduation date back further and further.
Tiffany had asked before. She had tried to resolve this on her own. And so when I jumped into it, a lot of it was just being with her and asking with her and on her behalf.
I'm panicking, worrying, like I don't want to keep being in school, I don't want to keep taking classes I shouldn't have to take. I was very emotional when on that day on that phone call. And then he was like, let's pray. So we prayed over the phone, and at that moment, the worries that I was having just lifted. Not even 5 minutes later, I received a phone call back from him saying that he talked to the president of the school, and they had released the transcript at no additional cost, and that within 24 hours, I could come up there and pick it up. And that was just like the best moment of my life, because I was like, there was nobody but the Lord who handled the situation.
The legal clinic has worked with Duane for the past several years on civil legal issues that ex-offenders struggle with as they seek to re-enter society.
The revolving doors of the penitentiaries, not a fun thing to go through. And when I went through the last time and I came out and I saw the aging process of everybody who I knew, and I saw the condition of my father, I knew that if I didn't do something now, and if I didn't turn my life around and start making right choices, then I would probably end up dying in a penitentiary.
So most recently, we've been able to assist Duane in establishing what are called specialized driving privileges, which is a way for someone to get driving privileges that do come with restrictions, but that allow them to drive to places that are absolutely essential to life.
I didn't know what to do. There's no way I could have gotten help with any of the three situations that the clinic helped me with without coming here. Probably what would have happened was I would have given up and thrown the towel in, and I probably would still be in my addiction, and I would probably either be incarcerated or be dead.
Helping a client like Duane establish driving privileges again helps us all, because he's able to support himself, get to work, get home, support his family, and that ultimately is good for our community.
It was a time-consuming process because there were many hurdles that we had to cross, and Mr. Carlton Martin was my attorney during that time period, and he was terrific. He guided me through it step by step because I did not know what to do, and all I had to do was listen to him, and he would guide me to the next process. And I went to the BMV and I took the test, and the first time I took it, I got 6 questions into the test, and the screen went blank and said, "You failed." I went back to the garage that night and I was extremely upset. I thought, maybe God doesn't want me to drive. Those thoughts did go through my mind. And as I got up the next morning, I thought, you know what? I just need to go do this. And I went and took the test for the second time and passed it. When I leave here today, I'm going to sign papers on getting a home again. And what I'm saying by that and why I'm telling you that is because it's like a stair step. I'm stepping up in a progressive way. I'm going forward with my life, and the clinic has helped me with that.
There aren't a lot of pro bono immigration services in the state. We're one of the only people in the state that does asylum work for free. And these are people that are really fleeing truly brutal situations and have no recourse, and if they don't have resources, their success rate is just really pretty abysmal.
In Zimbabwe at that time, there was so much violence that was happening. There was no food in the stores. We had to carry bags of money to go and buy a loaf of bread at times. And at times we would work and not get paid. We applied for a visa to come to the United States, and we got a visa.
It's one of the great joys to see a client go from, step A to the very end, and the end game is naturalization for immigration. I think one of the reasons that people want to become citizens is that they want to have love for a country again. They have fled countries that have persecuted them or been unable to protect them for all kinds of reasons, political opinion or race or religion. But when they become a citizen, they can finally feel like they're part of a country that cares and protects them again.
You listen to God's voice and you said yes to helping others and not to material things. Because material things, we may have them today and they're gone tomorrow. But helping someone like me, I'll never forget it. Because it has helped me and my daughter. And every time I call home, especially when I got my citizenship, my family cried because they were so happy. Because somebody said yes. And they didn't ask for a dime. So I say to everyone who's listening to my voice that if you can give, you'll be helping someone who wants to be in this country legally. People here are just like angels. When you're in the waiting room, you hear all kinds of stories. And it just touches your heart to say, wow, whatever God says to you, please help the legal clinic so you can brighten somebody's future.